the new paradigm at quarterback. Last night, watching that game, thought it was going to be a verstunken game, considering Jake Browning was the quarterback. But then he was playing really well, and
He
you're
played
watching him
more
play.
than really well. He was phenomenal, Iggy. I didn't care about the game, but all of a sudden, this kid is really good. Where has he been? And he went to Washington, so he's a West Coast guy. He's from the Central Valley. I'm a New Yorker, but I'm very chauvinistic about California and the West Coast. And one of the announcers said, he reminds me of Brock Purdy, and that was so right on. And so there's a new paradigm in as opposed to these big, strapping, athletic guys who have potential. Trey Lance. There's a new paradigm. Can you explain it, Iggy?
Yeah, it's the Brock Purdy paradigm, because the Trey Lance paradigm almost feels like trying to shoot the moon in hearts. It's so difficult. You have to trade up for a guy who showed glimpses of greatness in college for a little bit of time, but needs a lot of work and seasoning. And so you trade up, you mortgage everything, you put your jobs on the line, keep him on the bench for a year or two. You don't use your first round pick, and you hope that he's been aged like a fine wine. And most of the time it doesn't work. And it's so difficult. It takes time. Now it's like, just get a guy anywhere. Like Jake Browning was just off a practice squad. Get a guy. Brock Purdy was the last pick in the draft. Whatever. He doesn't have to be big. He doesn't have to have a strong arm. All he has to do is sort of like be experienced, know when to check it down, how to read a defense. It's credible.
What I would say is get a guy who played a lot in college.
Yep.
I'd say since colleges are the minor leagues for the NFL, which is a whole other thing. It is disgusting. But this guy played 4 years at Washington.
He did.
Brock played 4 years at where did he go? Iowa State?
Iowa State.
Yeah. You want a guy who played. You want a guy who looked at a lot of defenses. You also don't care if a guy has a big arm, but he has to have a quick release, and he has to be really accurate, and he has to be able to read defenses quickly. This is the new thing. And now Brock and this guy Browning, what he did last night, I thought Cincinnati was dead because Joe Burrow was out. I wouldn't say that. And I don't know what his contract status is, but I think a lot of teams should be interested in him, like the Jets.
Yeah. We were saying during the game,
Aaron Rodgers isn't like going to last. Yeah.
And then the announcer said it.
Yeah.
Every team wants their Purdy. And the thing that's alluring about Brock Purdy is they're around.
The Brock Purdys are around. Yeah.
They're about 6'1". They're around. They're on practice squads. They're seniors at colleges. They have no draft hype. They're around if you know what to look for.
Right. And Kyle didn't look for Purdy. He lucked into Purdy.
Yes.
But I think in the future, he'll be looking for someone like that. He's not going to be looking for Trey Lance. He's going to be looking for Purdy too.
Right. And it's forever. It's the most important position, and it's really hard to get a good one. How do you get a good quarterback? Well, you tank for a season, hope to get the number one pick, and then hope the guy's good. Like the Niners tried that with Alex Smith. It didn't work. The idea that maybe they're as abundant as running backs. Maybe they're all over the place, and people just been looking for the wrong things.
I agree. Looking for they have the wrong lens.
They've been looking for upside. We've been making fun of that word forever, Dad, since I was a little kid. They've been looking for upside, but the deal is the NFL is not a developmental league. Colleges.
Yeah. You don't want upside. You want side.
You want side.
Now
that players can like make money in college with these NIL deals, there's no reason to jump to the league and try to develop there. You should be staying in school. Everyone should look at Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy should go campus to campus and tell these kids, stay in school.
He should. And study.
Study.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in live in line.
Line.
But what I want to say is this new paradigm is not a compromise. I think it's an improvement.
Yeah.
I do.
I think it is too.
And
yeah.
What I was saying, watching Browning last night, who was like Purdy, it was a pleasure to watch him work. It was a pleasure to watch him work.
Yeah. Hasn't it been incredible forever? It's the most important position in the sport, all of sports. And the league is terrible at scouting the position. Has no idea what to look for. And the success rate of drafting these quarterbacks in round 1 is abysmal. Now it's like, okay, well, just don't draft them in round 1. Take them later. And you might find one really good. If Brock Purdy can be the MVP, there's no reason to draft someone like Mac Jones in the first round, or Trey Lance, or Justin Fields, or maybe even Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, the Niners made him look sick.
Yeah.
They made him look sick.
If you put, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go there. Forget
Don't
the hypothetical.